What you doing?
Testing out the water.
Uh-huh.
After bringing the dinghy down.
Uh-huh. Is that the fourth time you're testing the water?
Maybe. Can you put the ladder down?
I suppose you want a swim ladder, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So we just dropped off our crew, Brian and Rose. They've been with us for almost a month.
Over a month.
Just over a month.
Mm-hmm.
But I will tell you this, I think we were very reluctant, a little bit gun shy to go back into having crew based off our last experience. As many of you viewers know, and if not, we can put the link to the video where it all happened on our passage from Cape Town.
But basically, our old crew ditched us in Saint Helena.
Right. Too long, didn't read. It was such a breath of fresh air to have crew that you could have an adult conversation with.
Right.
That you can say like, hey, I don't like that you're doing this, or vice versa, you know, that they would bring up something and be like, hey, you know, we noticed this, we would prefer...
It's like talking like mature adults.
No way. Okay. So it's kind of restored our faith in humanity, no, not to get all deep, but no, it's just been very, very nice to have crew that acted like adults, acted like professionals. And you know, if you're living with somebody for any extended amount of time, there's gonna be, you know, social things and quirks and that kind of stuff. I mean, even family. I mean, we all know that.
Right.
What is it? Fish and family after 3 days. Gotta go. So we did that times 10.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and you know, we definitely, you know, saw each other at, you know, our worst. You know, like whether it's being seasick or just super stressed at the drama. Because the first night of their passage was absolutely insane. Yeah. And the fact that they're loving it and still want to go through with their dream of living on a boat in a few months. And so you have to give them credit because that was a rough passage to Bermuda.
That was.
Sure.
That was definitely a rough passage.
It was nice, though, at the very end of the passage from Bermuda to St. Martin that we had a really chill day where we're all sitting up front. Seas are nice and flat and calm. Yeah. And it's kind of like a lot of what you think of a passage as being, just really mellow, where you go up front, you read a book, not slamming and jostling around and losing a furler.
Yeah. Yeah, ripping a code zero.
Yeah.
All those kinds of things. Yeah. So, so we were very, very happy with our crew experience. And it's important to us to mention that because I'm sure there are other cruisers in the same boat that might be reluctant or have had bad experiences. So sometimes you gotta, you know, dig a little to find those little gems. But also, more importantly for us, is come April, May, when we're looking to go back to Bermuda, Azores, Mediterranean, we're going to have to go through this crew selection process again.
Right.
But now that we have some good people that we know, so hopefully we can tap into those resources.
Yeah. And I think something that it made us really learn two things. One, you know, being a crew of two for so long without having crew, it was hard for us to delegate responsibilities. Yeah. And so I felt like over time we got much more skilled at doing that and just slowing down, taking the moment to teach. And and we really enjoy doing that. It's just, you know, we're just out of practice. And the other thing is, I think in our profile, when we look for new crew, if we can't have them come back aboard, we know better how to kind of, you know, here's our boat rules. You know,
that's I think a key piece.
Yeah, really explain where we're coming from and our expectations. So it's always a sad time to see crew go, and we've been with this crew for now a month. And we're here in St. Martin, and they are headed back to the States where it's freezing cold.
Yeah. Unfortunately, holidays and everything, but we've had an amazing time. What a great couple to be with and just grow and have this experience with. It's been awesome.
Well, good. You guys have a safe trip. It was really awesome. You know, we forgot to do the same thing we forget every single time.
What?
Swim ladder. Oh, my first pee in the ocean in a long time.
You're not recording, are you?
I am. I only had like 2 minutes, so I'm just gonna kind of basically let it record itself out as we work our way back. Oh no, you did put the ladder down.
No, we never took it up.
When did we take it down?
When I fell in.
Oh, we're dumbasses.
It's Sunday here in St. Martin and Grand Coss, and there is quite the party going on behind us. There's this floatable bar that we have gone to once before, just swimming over, but now a ton of boats are anchoring nearby, and it's going to be a huge party right next to us. What could possibly go wrong? Dennis is making up our pseudo bed so we can watch the crazy meteor showers tonight. The Gemini. So we have our cushions down, and he's got some pillows and then a comforter for on top because it does get a little chilly at night. Look how cozy that looks.
What? What are you saying, Chauncey? Johnny fell in the well, and Mommy needs to follow you and go find out what happened? It wasn't Johnny?
There is this dog that's hurt. I might have posted on a video 9+ months ago here in St. Martin. Has a really bad injured hind leg, and that poor dog is still here, and I feel so bad. It's in so much pain. So I've been giving him treats, you know, every time I go ashore, and I'm trying to build a little bit of trust, but he is a stray. So I have someone who can take us to a vet on the Dutch side in case his leg needs to be amputated. The vet here on the French side said to go to this other vet. And it's a crazy idea, but they might be able to fix his leg just popping it in socket. Otherwise, they will amputate, and I'm hoping to raise money to cover the cost of his vet care. This is so crazy, even when I say it.
What makes it crazy?
Well, I mean, there's so many stray dogs, but, you know, I just want to help at least one. It makes me sad
I know.
to think it's so neglected.
Yeah.
Right, Shotzi? And then here you are, most spoiled dog around. She said, I know. That's the
Feed
way
me.
it should be. Give me a treat. Now I'm not going to come to you while you try to put the leash on me. Even though I want to walk.
I'm limp.
I'm a limp biscuit. We finally found him after like an hour and a half of walking around, and his leg doesn't seem that bad, so I think we're gonna blow off this idea for now. I found the injured dog, but I can't get him to walk to where I can find a ride to the vet to get his leg fixed. Look at that thing, it's so sad.
So if you happen to make a mess on the kitchen counters with some peanut butter, just get your portable vacuum out and clean that mess right up.
I know. Then now I'm gonna lick my pussy now.
Hey,
If I
Nazi were a
could,
boy, they'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna suck my.
no, if I could, I would.
Yeah, but
If you could, you would.
I would.
Chassie, you're so cute. Sometimes people wonder what we do to entertain ourselves while living on the boat, and someone doesn't want to work on our winches, so I decided to start one of my projects. I had brought several things of fabric because I thought I'd have all this free time, and here we are a year plus on the boat, and I'm just now getting to sewing one thing that's not for the boat but actually for me. So I'm making a New Year's Eve dress with this fabric. It has a little bit of sparkle, which is fun, and I ordered a pattern off Etsy, but it's like this big puzzle to put together, and you got to match everything up. And then I realized she did not put in what size is what, so I'm either a medium or a large. I'm going to try large because you can always make something smaller and not bigger, but basically you got to
again.
always make something smaller, not bigger. Ha 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 ha. But look at this puzzle. Like, I've been putting all the, you know, A's together, the B's, C's, D's, etc. And then you got to put them together like this, so it all matches up. We'll see how this goes. I finally figured out the instructions for this downloaded pattern, and it's supposed to have a slit, which should be super sexy, but I can't figure out why I can't make it look like this. And I don't know. I don't think it should be that hard. But once I figure this out, though, I think the dress will go really fast.
You're just gonna jump in?
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
Are you steady?
Whoa. Okay, ready? Ready?
Sure, go ahead, jump.
Okay. Very funny.
I got the 3x zoom.
You got this. You're the one. Jingle around the clock.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
There you go.
Happy Christmas!
Merry Christmas, guys.
Happy Christmas! Yay! You were talking about Shotzi.
Yeah,
And we've all been on the boat for 1 year.
right. We
This
moved
is
on board
Dennis-
15th of November.
Logic.
Sound logic totally makes sense.
The wait for it.
But I hadn't really finished the thought through completely, so you're gonna be like, oh, I told you the dance moment. When I was still vocalizing processing my thought. But what it was is, so we've lived on our boat for a year.
Your logic. We
Right,
moved on
but-
board.
Shotzi has had 2 birthdays on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When she turned 12 and when she turned 13.
right.
What was the Dennis logic?
That's what the Dennis logic was, is that
That's not
we've been
logic.
on the boat for a year, but in a way, okay, here's the Dennis logic. She celebrated 2 birthdays, so in a way, she's been on the boat for 2 years.
I told you it was Dennis logic.
See? But
No.
she has celebrated 2 birthdays, right?
Shotzi.
Would that not make someone think that maybe she's been on somewhere for 2 years?
She has no idea what he's talking about.
Ugh, that licked my nostril.
So I'm making Dennis a treat while he's out walking the dog. I told him I hurt my back, which is true. I don't think I could get in and out of the dinghy. I did something crazy in our workout. But anyway, I'm making these really simple brownies. He loves brownies. So we have brownie mix, but I want to try this healthy recipe. Basically, it's 3 mashed bananas. I did 4 because they were really small bananas. Any nut butter of your choice. And then a 1/4 cup cocoa powder. What you do is mash your bananas with your cocoa powder and nut butter, and then you bake it at 325 for, I think it was like 20 minutes. So we'll see how this comes out. Here's my finished product. I was gonna, since I don't have enough, it doesn't seem big enough, I was gonna put them in some ramekins, but I can only find one of these ramekins here, so I'm just gonna make it like this and see how it goes. So here is the batter. It's good, as promised. It's definitely not sweet like brownies, but very healthy. All right, our banana healthy brownies are done. Dennis is cutting them up. And I'm gonna do the first test taste. How do they look, Dennis?
A bit gooey, but they look good.
Is it too gooey? Should we cook
I have
them
to go
longer?
back. Well, I don't know. I put the knife in and nothing really came up off of it.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to check.
Wasn't really the right size pan either. That might have something to do with it. All right, take a bite.
Tastes nothing like a brownie.
Tastes nothing like a brownie? Is that what you said?
Yeah, tastes like a banana peanut butter chocolate blob.
All right, well, it was worth a shot.
Here, you try.
Okay,
Your turn.
okay. But yeah, it is very mushy. Yeah.
It's not taste like a brownie.
No.
Tastes like a.
Do you love your life? That's what she said when she's done. Love your life.
Sure, I'll eat it.
We see Rob of Sailing Vessel Ventana. We haven't seen him since we went to Burning Man with him, and we are so excited. We're trying to convince him to park over here, anchor over here to our port side so we can swim between boats, and as soon as he gets his anchor set, we plan to swim over and mooch a beer.
That's right.
The spinies, those are what's poisonous. That's where the poison is. And the ones here on the fins are also. So you simply cut those off. Chuck them overboard. Same thing here.
Yeah.
Whoop. Top one's here on top. There's actually a girl in Curacao that uses the spines and the fins to make jewelry out of.
Oh wow.
That's super cool.
You can poison your ex-spouse.
I guess you could. Huh? All right. Now they're just like a regular fish. You just fillet them.
All right.
What I do is come right here behind the fin. Just kind of come around the back of the head here. You just want to come down the back of the spine. Somewhere just behind the abdomen here, and then you can come all the way through. And again, follow the spine, the backbone right down. There.
Alright.
Cut this off. Oh, look at
Oh, eat a fish.
That was his dinner. It's a twofer right there.
really had our problems with our code 0 and finally got it up successfully. We realized there were 2 tiny quarter-size holes right next to each other, of course in a very difficult position to get to. And as I've explained, the sailrite machine does not have a walking foot that goes up out of the way, so you have to go through the longest path to get to the hole. And then once you're there, you have to hand crank because it's just too awkward on the machine. So you're doing this and going backwards to reinforce. And then this is the tricky part. You bury your needle and then you got to pivot. And what they recommend is you do an L on your patch this way and then get off and then do an L this way. So I'm doing my first L, but now with all this fabric and sail, I need to cram and make a 90-degree turn to finish the first L. Sweating like crazy.
Which is another little island that belongs to St. Bart's.
Yep, so we're prepping for departure.
No.
We've been at Grand Cas 10 days.
Oh, push 2 weeks, yeah.
Almost 2 weeks, yeah. It's been really nice to relax here. Such a beautiful place.
Yeah.
So we're just prepping the boat, getting ready. And it's always a little nerve-wracking, you know, just going off because we're gonna do something crazy with our code 0 again, right?
I know.
But we got the tape plan.
Yes.
What's the worst that could happen?
That's exactly right. What's the worst that can
We've had it happen, so we know what to do. But we don't have crew to help us, so that's a little different.
Yeah, it becomes a 2-person shit show.
Yeah, which is a lot harder.
I mean, we've been here almost 2 weeks.
We're on the French side, if you couldn't guess.
Yeah. But it's like you mentioned, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I always feel like in a way like we're reinventing the wheel because we haven't done anything we haven't sailed in like plus 2 weeks. So then it's kind of like back to square one in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, are we doing everything right? What are we forgetting?
Yep, gotta look at that.
Something up.
Mm-hmm. Pre-departure checklist.
Yeah. So yeah, slow and easy.
Yeah. We absolutely love Grand Cas, but look at how much we've moved around. It's a very swirly anchorage. You definitely want to make sure your anchor is set. But other than that, it's a cute little town, and we absolutely love it here and love spending 2 weeks just relaxing and soaking in the culture and the fun. Bye, Grand Cas.
See ya in a month or two. It's a couple months.
Yeah.